Hello, dear learners. How are you, everyone? I hope you all are fine and safe at your places. And I truly believe that the learning process is going on well. Okay, so today we are going to start a new thing. It means we are going to learn the various adventure sports activities. Okay, and let's learn one by one about it and let's have a deeper knowledge of it so that we can deal with it properly and we can enhance our knowledge too. So welcome to physical education class. This is your unit 6. The name of this unit is physical activity. And leadership training. Leadership training. Right? So whenever we talk about the leadership training and physical activities, we must need to understand what is leadership and what are the physical activities. Physical activity basically means to perform some kind of exercise, like sometimes people perform exercise with a cord, some walking lunges, running. When I'm talking physical exercise, generally the first thing come in mind is playing games, like football, hockey, and so many things. The next thing come in mind is running. So why we perform these all physical activities? What is the sense? What is the significance to perform these various kinds of physical activities? It is very important as a part of development of our body, the optimum growth and development, right? So when we perform this different kind of exercise, it's lead hours, lead a very important thing, and it's important for the overall development of the body. When we play various games, mental ability will enhance, our skills will improve. And whenever we play different types of games, definitely a lot of things will improve. Right? The internal functioning of our body will improve. Exactly. So when we talk about this internal functioning, so when we do various activities and definitely enhance the potential of our body, and what it will do, it definitely helps us to boost our immunity and the proper functioning of various organs. Let's say if I'm taking example of heart, so definitely when you perform various physical exercise, the heart will definitely function properly. And let's take an example, you are running, so while running your lungs, there is aerobic respiration, anaerobic respiration is improving. If we talk about the crunches, if we talk about walking lunges, if we talk about plank pose, so this core will be fine, right? This core muscle, this abdominal muscles will be good. And when I'm talking about this core muscle or the abdominal muscles, it means I am basically concerned about my stomach. I'm basically concerned how to make my stomach good, my digestive system effective, how various trypsin, like pepsin, lipase, sugar, starch, everything is converted, and how this various kind of things could be happen properly. As we all know that the body is a kind of machine and it will work whatever you put inside, right? So there's a coordination of various organs, like brain has its own system, digestive system, reproductive system, muscular skeletal system, right? So muscles have their own composition, their own functions. Bones have their own structure called the skeletal system, the absorption of calcium, blood is a connective tissue. So many things are going on in the body. So various organs are working to maintain ourselves. And what we need to do, we need to just go for the physical exercise so that this machine, this body can be good, effective. And various physical components of the body, like our physical fitness, which is based on speed, our endurance, its ability to overcome fatigue, and so many things. These things can be maintained properly. Our functions of internal organs, like various organs, like everything will be fine. The mechanical efficiency of our body is good. The relaxation to the mind, the mental development will be good, right? So it's very important to be physically fit, mentally stable, socially attractive, and emotionally balanced. If we talk about the hormonal balance, if you perform various physical exercise on a regular basis, if you're playing a sport, so it's it's definitely effective for you to well, you play various kinds of games, right? So when you play various kinds of games, it help you to proper hormonal secretion. And if there is a hormone secretion, it means when you started to do some physical exercise, it helps you to know your potential, to understand you. It's definitely help you to gear up yourself, various functioning of your body, and so many things are affected when you start to go a workout, exercise, or a longer time workout, right? And basically, when we talk about this adventure sports, so adventure sports itself are exciting, thrillful, or kind of things which help us to live a healthier and happy life. Activities that deliver extraordinary challenge, right? So all these different kinds of activities which deliver the extraordinary challenges at every step of execution have involved risk, injury, and maybe even life challenging. We called it adventure sports. In the same way, today we are learning rock climbing, right? So these sports activities may have been competition, sometimes non-competitive in the nature, but they are always self-competitive, self-challenging, self-innovation brings up. People with large or high level of willpower and self-motivation while participating in this kind of a sports. It's definitely build the what I say is the individual's capacity, no, and it's a high level of willpower as well as improved. The interest of the sport can build up with life exposure to the challenge and it's given to the children's, and it's a fun stimulating. It's a situation which leads fun, recreation, etc. For a small children, any activity that is physical challenging or require quick thinking and courage and be adventure sport. The first step should be confident and following various precautionary measures. As we all know that adventure sports begin with a variety of indoors and outdoor games, right? And they also expose the students for the aquatics, aerial, and activities related to the height and depth. So it's teach a lot. It means a lot too. Okay, so if we talk about this, so basically it's an important aspect that a person tap into his immense potential to understanding things. Adventure activities helps a children to be self-reliant, self-dependent. When an individual is doing a rock climbing, it means he's climbing on a mountain. A participant will have to climb on the mountain. They develop human being into the importance of conserving nature and important for the survival. Adventure sports or this kind of exercise like rock climbing, right? So this rock climbing have an immense potential start up while understanding the capacity of an individual. It will definitely make or it will connect the child. Those who it connect the rock climbing connect the child to the nature. And if you connected with the nature, you will got the best teacher. If you connected with the nature, you connected with the God. Okay, so various intellectual, cognitive qualities got boosted up through the participation in rock climbing. Rock climbing develops better command over the body movements through the process of analytical skills. Rock climbing also become a challenging. It creates a challenging attitude and prerequisite of our day-to-day lifestyle. Challenging attitude is very important. To take risks is very important, and this is doing that. It means rock climbing is helping with that. Regular exposure to this rock climbing helps to nurture leadership qualities of an individual. It will definitely help an individual to connect with nature, and it helps lead them positive lifestyle. It helps him to conduct various things that help him to live a healthier, harmonious, and various kind of life, right? So basically, when we talk about rock climbing, so it's an activity in which a person climbs at a natural or sometime at the artificial rock surface. Okay. So whenever we talk about this rock climbing, okay. So rock climbing first it means you need to climb Udina Charna on the mountains, right? So let's draw some rocks, and rock climbing is something that an individual is climbing. And it sounds good, it's because of positive vibration. Okay, good. So rock climbing is an activity in which participants climb up and down across the natural rock formation. So it's basically a very thrillful activity. It's basically so excited when we generally do climb on various mountains, and it's become So there the social and moral values are grown up, and there's some ethical values too. So this type of things will definitely bring the leadership when you started to, if you know the place very well before your friends, so you'll be able to tell them that yeah, we'll have to move from this way, that way is dangerous, this way will be a shortcut, if somebody is injured, what to do, what not to do, a basic kind of, a natural kind of kidnap, that is the first aid, what to do, use, what not to use. So various kind of things come in your mind and you will definitely understand the things properly. And definitely it's build up social moral values, it helps to build up so many things, right? So it's very important to understand that rock climbing is very good activity and one must go for it so that the physical potential can be nurtured, right? So let's talk about this climbing, right? So rock climbing is an activity in which participants climb or down. It means you have to climb up, then you have to come down, right? So when we do a rock climbing, so we'll have some goal, we'll have to reach that particular top of the goal, and safely we need to come down. So this is successfully completed. So rock climbing is an activity in which a participant climb up and down, right? Second here up and down. You will not have to not only have to go up only, you will have to come successfully down with the safety, all safety measures. And exactly this access a natural rock formation, or sometimes it may be nowadays artificial rock formation also. So the goal is to reach at the top of the formation and reach to the end point. It means it is started from point A, it is started from here and this is the top, and definitely you have to come back, so come here and this is another village. You know? So this is the starting point, this is the top and this is the end point. End point, top, start. So whenever you start from starting point to the end point, you will have to go. Then this rock climbing can be covered, right? So rock climbing is a natural activity, it's a experience with the nature, and where the goal is to go up to the top of the formation of that mountain and come up to the end point. Next thing is to successfully complete. To successfully complete the climb or the mountain where we are talking about is one must have to return on the base, okay, safely. So when you started from this position, you must have to come at the base and the end point safely. Then this rock climbing can be understood and can be covered. Rock climbing requires a lot of physical and mental things, right? So you need to be physically fit, you need to be mentally fit if you have a disease like blood pressure and all. So it will be a difficulty for you to survive there, right? Because it may happen a kind of cramps, so many things. Anything can happen if you have a disease. So while we are rock climbing or performing these activities, you must be alert, you must be active, and you must be physically, mentally, and emotionally stable with things so that you can lead a healthier and happier life. Alright, so when we talk about this rock climbing and all, definitely we must have to be serious about things and understand the things properly, right? So we need a successful adaptation also, right? We need to adapt the things like what are the things required. We should be in proper shoes and kit and everything should be required. So one must have to be in the base. Rock climbing requires physical, mental, and social skill, right? So it requires much more physically, mentally stable, right? It is often tested. So if you are a climber or at least you are a participant, so what does it require? It needs to check the strength. What is strength? Ability to overcome the last thing is strength, endurance, flexibility, speed, and coordinated. So all the physical fitness components are required when you are in rock climbing, right? So it's basically helps you need to be well balanced. Lifestyle, you should have a balance over your body. It means a lot of ability should be very. You should have a mental control of your body, right? Let's take an example. Just because of injury or just because of some kind of problem, you got laid in the jungle. It means in the top of the mountain. Now it's very important to come down, otherwise there will be a lot of problems, right? So you will have to do things accordingly. You will have to run, let us rush. Your sleep should be good, your endurance should be good so that you can calm down, right? So it's must that you should be mentally stable, you should have a good amount of sleep, endurance, strength in your body. You should take some liquid with you, and this exercise should be performed, and it's definitely help you to overcome. Proper use of techniques is very important when you are outside and when you are doing something, right? Let's talk on what are the equipments you need to bring, right? What are the equipments are required? So the equipments like one should have knife, one should have rope, one should have torch, one should have pen, one should wear sport shoes, right? One should have the next thing, that is track shoe. If it is a rainy season, it is important to have an umbrella. One should have liquid things to eat in between, energy drinks. So these are some tools which are required exactly when we are in mountaineering. It means inside of mountains, so climbing on this what equipment is required. So rock climbing is really important if we are there. So equipments like if we can list out. So rock climbing is a dangerous activity. This proper knowledge of climbing techniques and usage of a specialized climbing equipments, and this is very required. So one should have a climbing shoes, climbing chalks, rope, harnesses, carabiners, clippers, belay device, bottles. Water bottle is very important, right? One should have pitons, climbing helmet, safety belt, hooks, right? The three things that we have skipped here is water bottle, right? Hooks. After hooks, you must have what? You must have helmet. It means climbing helmet. Climbing helmet. So this is clear about this which is based on this climbing, rock climbing, right? So this is all about rock climbing. I hope you understand these points. Rock climbing. So what is rock climbing? Rock climbing is an activity in which participants climb up and down or across a natural rock formation. The goal is to reach at the top of the formation and the end point. To successfully complete a climb, one must return to the base and route safely. Rock climbing requires a lot of physical and mental support as well as a physical and mental efficiency. Got it? So now we're going to learn about the next topic, and this topic is about this mountaineering. This topic is about mountaineering, right, dear students? So basically what we need to learn here about the mountaineering is, it's an old age activity. Which kind of activity? Mountaineering is an old age activity, and in mountaineering what we do, we generally climb on the mountains and we generally reach at the top of the mountain, right? You must have heard about Bachendri Pal, right? She has done a great job. So it consists of rafting, this high peaks, rock craft, snow craft, or backpacking. So basically mountaineering is upcoming a popular kind of thing, right? So this, if we talk about mountaineering, so it's a great recreational way and it's a good way as in terms of adventure sports. Mountaineering play a very important right? Mountaineering, when someone who else want to go in mountaineering, so he or she should have a great attitude training. It means one should have prepared himself or herself about the body to adapt accordingly and will do these things. All the things should be necessary with him or herself or himself, right? So when we have this mountaineering, or if the participant is must have some knowledge about this training, this about the various factors which affect the life and all the safety measures and all, and must possess some knowledge about the area, about the forest region, how to act, how to deal with the emergencies and all, right? He or she should also have some technical needs. Now the question comes, what are the equipments? So various equipments, like first is axe, torch, visualize. Okay. Next is this knife, juice means energy drinks, bag, right? There is going to be a tent, okay, for matchbox, etc. Various hooks is also there. Okay, these are some very important things that should be there and there. Otherwise, there will be a lot of issues. Otherwise, there will be great problem. So these things are not right. So when we're talking about this mountaineering, right? Basically, mountaineering is mountaineering, or we generally call it mountain climbing. What we called it? We generally called it mountain climbing, right? So when we talk about this mountain climbing, so it is an old age activity of climbing or scaling steps, slopes of the mountain side of the hopes to reach at the summit or the top. So generally the big mountains, right? We were talking about these big mountains, right? Alright. So nowadays it has turned up a sport, hobby, profession. Nowadays it's become, a kind of thrill or exciting. It's become a profession. Nowadays it's become a hobby of an individual, right? So it's become a profession nowadays, and it's become very, very important to do these all things, right? And if we talk about more than this rock climbing is an activity in which a participant will have some basic knowledge about adventure sports. He or she should have basic knowledge about how to deal with the emergencies and so many things. The goal of this is to reach at the top. Nowadays it has turned up the sports hobby profession. Mountaineering begins at the camp to reach the highest point of hill or until big mountain. So it's generally with the big mountain, right? It is generally which what? It is generally with the big mountain. Next thing that we need to know is this mountaineering is branched into three parts. As you can see on the board, what are the three parts? The three part is the first one, that is the rock craft. What is it? It is rock craft. Third one is snow craft, and fourth one is sky climbing. Okay, sky. So if we talk about this rock craft, second is snow craft. So rock craft basically when an individual is on the mountain, and if he or she is traveling for a mountain and doing the level best for that, then we can call it a what? We can call it a thing which is based basically on this craft, that is the rock craft, because whatever they do, it's generally on their, that is the crafting on what? Rock. So they are climbing rock, they are climbing mountain, it means it is rock crafting. What it is? It is rock crafting. Got it? In the same way, right? So there are three things. First is rock craft, second is snow craft. If we talk about the snow craft, it means these things are on snowy mountain, right? So they'll do the things on the snow, right? So snow camping or backpack. So now the thing is kind also, right? Mountain climbing involves numerous of activities such as snow, ice, rock climbing, snow climbing, backpacking, etc. Mountaineering needs a lot of experience, athletic abilities, high altitude trainings, technical knowledge, and mental safety. So when I'm talking about this mountaineering, so basically whenever we thought about any of the thing, it means basically whenever we talk about the physical fitness, so very important thing is physical fitness. In this as well now three things, five things you need to know. First is strength. What is strength? The strength is the ability of a body to overcome resistance, right? So it is the ability of our body, muscles, to overcome resistance. Right? So what is strength? Strength is the ability of a body to overcome resistance. Next thing is speed. For endurance, let's say endurance. When we talk about endurance, endurance is the ability. Okay, it is the ability to overcome fatigue. Right? Now let's talk on speed. Let's talk on speed. So whenever we talk on speed, so speed is the ability to perform movement as fast as possible. Ability to perform movement as fast as possible, right? As fast as possible. This is what about strength, endurance, speed. Now see, if you have strength, you will be able to climb the mountains, you will do something. If you have endurance, definitely it's a longer duration activity where you climb a mountain. Endurance is very important. And the speed, definitely the high altitude training, the speed, those all components are very important. Next is flexibility. So your body should be flexible, okay? Flexibility is very important when we do these things, right? So flexibility, what is flexibility? It is the, why I am more concerned on this topic, because this is the 10th chapter, right? This is the 10th unit of our physical education, so we need to work on it. This is a very important task, right? It is the ability of our joints to move in maximum range. Got it? Last thing, there is coordinative ability. So coordinative ability is right here. Is the ability to do work with perfection and efficiency. Got it, students? So basically, whoever a person want to participate in mountaineering, he or she will have to have strength. He or she will have to be strength, endurance, flexibility, coordinating. Physical fitness components, wellness, and lot of stress, so many things are there. So it is very important for an adventure sports person when you meet up with this environment, or definitely you will be energized, and it is a great experience as well. So one should be, so careful about these things, right? And it's important too. So if we recapitulate, right? Let's go and recapitulate what we had studied today. We had started a session with the role of a captain or a leader. So as we understood there, that when we were understanding that what should be the role of a captain, or what were the objectives of physical education or adventure sports, it is very important to have a healthy body whenever you would like to participate in such a kind of activities. Got it, dear students? And it is equally important that you must possess such qualities like interpersonal qualities, and your behavior should be apt accordingly. Right? So when we talk about this rock climbing, right? So let's talk about rock climbing. Rock climbing is basically an activity in which a person climbs a natural or artificial rock surface, right? Here's the person climbing a sideway or sometimes slightly down. Depends upon the comfort and flexibility or facility during the climbing. It is very challenging activity where the chances of injury is too high. Okay? One should ensure full safety measures during these activities. This activity is done on the natural rock where climbers use of natural grooves present on rocks and anchor points during climbs. Choosing the right anchor point and reaching at the point at the right time is an actual challenge. Climbers have to keep their body close to the rock surface during climbing and take support their feet and finger. It's very important at the time. During this activity, the climber gains tremendous amount of body. So on our body, we must have strength, we must have willpower, confidence, flexibility, endurance, coordinative ability among different organs, efficient working of heart, respiratory system, etc. One may start with the artificial rock surface to create a few challenges. Climbing is just not a very easy task, it's become a very difficult task. If you talk about mountaineering now, right? This is all about this what rock climbing just glance. Okay, now we are going to talk about this mountaineering. So mountaineering is an activity or a sport where the people take up a challenge to climb various mountains. Okay, to reach certain heights or the top of mountains, fun or sometimes challenging and sometimes dangerous to even. This is very self-motivating sport where the people want to prove their capabilities, their capacities, and want to fight between me and myself. People start with the low mountains, after ascending choose the high mountain and so on. It is a long process where people need to adjust to many situations and gradually improve body conditions and increase physical efficiency as well as mental abilities. During mountaineering, the climbers needs to climb rock, glaciers, cross snow-covered range, valleys at just high altitude. Climbers become calm and composed. It will determine the focus with tremendous mental and physical strength. So it's so difficult when you think about this kind of things, right? So mountaineering and river, that is rock climbing we have covered today. For all these activities, you must have special shoes, snow climbing shoes, snow cutters, axe, climbing ropes, nails, harnesses, bottles, pitons, safety belts, climbing helmet, safety hooks, snow boots, high energy packet foods, or the food which provide you the instant energy, right? Basically what we were learning is about adventure. Exercise which are thrillful, exercise which are energized, exercise which helps you to live a healthy life. Exercise which helps a sport, which helps to energize your soul, energize your body, energize your whole heart. And you feel amazing in that, right? So it's so thrillful, it's so exciting, it's an amazing kind of activity. One should go for this kind of activities and definitely it will help, it will build your life beautifully. Just create this cute, the body is just kind of a machine and we are also social animals. Let's learn something with the nature. So with this, take care, bye-bye. We'll meet soon with the next lecture. I hope you all understand today's topic. Topic is adventure sports, rock climbing, mountaineering, etc. Bye-bye. Take care, we'll meet soon.